roots? Well, my father's family came from Białystok to New York in 1903, and I know that there was the mother and father who'd been married for 6 years and 3 children who embarked from Cherbourg in France in September of 1903. And there was my aunt, my father's older sister, then him, and then a baby sister as well. But unfortunately, we never heard what happened to the baby sister. She was born, I know from the Bialystok archive, in February of 1903. So she will have only been 6 or 7 months old when they started the voyage to America. And she was never mentioned, not by my father, not by my aunt. And my grandparents had both died before I was born. So there was a curious disappearance of this individual. And I don't know whether she survived the voyage, whether she went her own way early in life. There's no information about her. So that's a big question that we need to research and discover. As far as the family themselves go, I know that my grandfather, Benjamin Menkes, was a young man in his 20s, a socialist, I believe, a member of the Bund, connected with the textile industry in Białystok. And he married, I believe, a somewhat, certainly more religious than him, individual named Sara Rosenblum. And that was in 1897. The marriage certificate is there in the Białystok archive, all written in cursive Russian, which is slightly difficult to understand, but still very, very clear. My auntie was born, Liba, was born the next year in 1898. My father in 1900, and then the little sister, the mysterious one, named Chaza, was born in 1903, just before they departed. As far as I understand it, they left because of the pogroms and the threat of more pogroms. And I understand there were many Jewish families that left around that time, but of course many that remained, and there was still Jewish immigration to Białystok during that time, and indeed after the First War, when a further in-migration of intellectuals happened tragically before the Second War and the Holocaust. Unfortunately, there's not much known about the extended family and what may have survived the Holocaust. I think that's another topic for some journalistic investigation and some family researching. I think perhaps the Museum of the Diaspora in Tel Aviv may be helpful for that, but I've yet to approach them formally. I guess my sense of who I am and where I come from are tied very much with this place. I've always, for reasons that I don't fully understand, identified more with my father's background, even though he was only a toddler when he left here. This is still in many ways my ancestral home, more significantly to me than the other side. My mother does not come from a Jewish background, and so I'm not properly Jewish. As one of my favorite authors says, I was Jewish enough for the camps, but not for the rabbi. I suppose, yeah.
Do you think such visit with your daughter is important?
Well, it's important for me, and I'm pleased to find that it's important for her as well. This is not something that's been particularly encouraged, because we're not a religious family. But I guess understanding where we come from and understanding something of the origins of our background is naturally of interest to us. And this is now, I think, my 4th visit to Białystok, and I've only just started, discovering things.